Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are back with King Arthur Legends Rise. Today we're going to be talking about gear sets. What are the best gear sets to craft and farm for the early to mid game? How do we gear our different characters? We got a full list to go through. I've got some examples to go through as well as far as where I've geared some of my characters and maybe haven't perfectly hit what I'm looking for some of my other characters, but where I'm going to take them. There is a lot to discuss here as always, so let's get into it. And welcome back. All right, so just kind of go back just a little bit. Throughout this last week, I put a couple videos out, both on who I feel the best legendaries are, who are the best rares. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll go ahead and put a link up to it right over here. However, now that we have, a good list of characters, how do we gear them? So that's kind of what I wanted to go into today. We're going to talk about those best gear sets. We're going to talk about how to gear some of the characters in the game and what to look for. Maybe I don't have the right gear set yet, but what I look for to know what I need to gear that character with a little bit later on down the road when I have enough resources. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go straight to the forge. We're going to get through the list like right now, really quick. Best gear sets early to mid. It's going to be your attack, your crit, your speed, your accuracy, your defense, your life, and your vigor sets. Those are the main sets that you're going to focus on. Also, when we start talking about the keepsakes, the belts, the orbs here, the banners, right? Once you get access to the favor dungeon, you start farming those materials, getting that first purple star to unlock your belt, awesome. That is definitely what you want to do because it's easy to get to and it adds some additional stats. Also with that favor dungeon, it's fairly easy to get that second purple star, which adds additional stats to your characters. So you want to get everybody up to 2 purple as quickly as you can. All right, so when we talk about the keepsakes though, right here with the 3 to 4 star, you have this base no set effect. When you go to 4 to 5, it's gone. When you go to 5 to 6, it's gone. You're going to be focused on the 3 to 4 first. Just focus on that base set. Get the stats that you're looking for. Then go ahead and enhance that gear. And then that's going to get you quite a ways. We're not really worried too much about this. We'll go over this stuff in a different video because these are much later. These are 3 full piece sets that you need in order to get the benefits of these set effects, which you don't get until you max out your purple star. So that's definitely going to be a little bit later down the road. We're all still trying to figure that out as well. All right, so there are my recommendations for the best sets to craft, what to do with your belt and your purple star. So let's go ahead and take a look at some characters that I have that I really want to focus on. When we take a look at overall character classes, right? You've got your attack, your support, your control, and your defense. For the most part, your attackers, that's really what you're going to gear up first because that's the first equipment dungeon that you gain access to, really, is for your attack, your speed, your crit. When we talk about support, it's mainly going to be vigor. You're gonna load them up with vigor, which is a 4-piece set, and then whatever you need for the 2-piece, right? So you can go for life, you can go for accuracy. When we talk about control, that's going to be a vigor set as well for the most part. Then you go for, or you can do attack and accuracy, vigor and accuracy. It really depends on the character. And then finally, defense. Defense is probably the one that I use the least, but defense really, I load up with defense or I load up with defense and accuracy for the most part. So let's go through a couple of those examples, right? So when we take a look at, let's just say Anguish here, take a look at my equipment. I focused mainly on vigor and accuracy. The reason for that is because he's going to land this chill. He's a daughter. You're going to use him for Gorgos, right? I have him in my top 5 for rares. You're going to use him for Gorgos. I've even used him for Penvid as well, the boar. He works very well in both. Really stack up those chills and really get a decent amount of damage. Not as much damage as he used to do in beta. That's been brought down quite a bit. So attack isn't really the best to put on him, but if that's all you got, then go for it. All right, so when we take a look at this, again, vigor. You want that extra vigor. You want that accuracy so that you can make sure to land those dots. When we take a look at Merlin, Merlin's going to be similar, but I don't have him geared the way that I want him right now. So when I take a look at him, I've got him for attack and defense right now. But since he's got that, if we go over to relics here and we take a look at what this frozen remains, this is a debuff that he puts on the boss, right? So that we get this benefit here for Merlin and for the team. In order to land that dot, you need accuracy. Unfortunately, I don't have enough accuracy for that, for the set. So I look for bonuses. My accuracy right now is at 22. I look for effect accuracy stuff here, right? Effect accuracy. It would be best if I had the 2-piece set because you get a big buff there. That's what I'm going to eventually be moving towards. And for him, I want vigor and that accuracy. Right now, this is what I'm going for, at least for right now. For my healers, healers are pretty easy for the most part. Vigor and life for me, for this one here specifically. Obviously, because you get more vigor, so you can have more to work with your team. And then obviously the life, because her health, her heals are based off her max HP. So I want to get as much of that as possible. And as I look at the different gear sets here, probably not the best example because I haven't been too lucky with some of my crafting, but really looking for that HP percentage. You want percentage stats more than you want flat stats, because that percentage stats, that really starts to add up quite a bit rather than your flat stats. So that's what I have for her. If we take a look at Morgan, so I've got her in attack and crit right now. I do want to take this crit out and put accuracy in there as soon as I can. And the reason for that is because over in Relics, we take a look at what she does. She's got this damage taken increase 2 for 2 turns, 70% chance to inflict that. You want to make sure that sticks. So you want to make sure that her accuracy is up there. And again, if you can't get there, then you can get there a little bit. You can get a little bit of percentage here with your effect accuracy as some of your substats here. And looks like maybe I only have it on 1. Yeah, there's some effect accuracy there. So I'm currently sitting at what, 30% for her. So definitely got some work there, but that's where I want to get her because I want to make sure that that dot sticks. Finally, Kay. Let's go ahead and talk about Kay. Kay is a great character. She's on my list as well. All these characters that I'm talking about are on my top 5 legendaries and top 5 rares list. And they all do very, very well. And there's a lot of different teams that you can put them in. Kay, specifically what I have her for is I have her down as attack and crit. I want her to do as much damage as possible. When we take a look at her skills here, a lot of times you're going to use this S1, which is just straight up damage. Even if you use this S2, it's straight up damage, but it provides a buff for her. And then when we take a look at this, again, it's straight up damage. So when you have something straight up damage, there's no effects, there's no debuffs or anything like that. Then really what I'm focused on is that attack and crit, do as much damage as possible. And that's pretty much it. That's a pretty high level look of how I've been gearing my characters, what to really look for the early to mid game. As we get more to mid to late game, then we're going to really start digging into some of those additional sets and the benefits of them and the substats. Like I said, or if I haven't said it, I've got some additional videos coming out on teams for the dungeons, and then we're going to get into really the substats and stuff there as well. So those are my thoughts. There's some examples of how I'm gearing some of my characters, and even if I don't have them geared where I want them, where I'm eventually going to go with them. What do you have as far as tips and tricks on your gearing? What's your favorite gear set on your favorite character? Definitely let us know in the comment section below and share that with everybody so that we all kind of gain that knowledge. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.